Greetings, sirs and madams. I'm Seraphic Zero, and today we're we're playing a special game. Yeah, I apologize for the poor graphics quality. We're running on a really old engine called Reality 1.0. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys the haul I've gotten from Tokyo. Yeah, I visited a bunch of different shops just throughout the week, and there's a lot of ground you would have to cover if you want to see a bunch of Gundam stuff. My trip was not specifically to get a lot of merch. In fact, I'm trying to travel light. I'm about to take all this stuff to the post office to ship it back to the States, so I don't have to shove all this onto the airplane with me. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the places we visited. So yeah, I'm actually staying in Akihabara, Electric Town, and the place is insane. Like, you would not believe the amount of merch that is here, the amount of rare merch that is here. If you're looking for Gundam stuff, yeah, go to Akihabara. Like, they just have an unholy crap ton of rare things, like tons of metal builds, tons of P Bandais, with no markup. They're just sitting out there on the shelves. It's absolutely crazy. I did visit the Gundam base. That is in Odaiba, or that's in Diver City. Yeah, everything's spelled a little different here, but yeah, the Gundam base it's like half of the 7th floor in the Diver City Mall. That building is gigantic. I was there, it was some type of holiday. There was like a jillion people at the mall. Thankfully, the Gundam base was not very busy, still a little hard to walk around. But so it turns out Gundam base has a ticketing system where you need a pre-registered ticket to visit on weekends. So I went on a weekday, so I didn't need a ticket. I think they do this system because they restock all their rare stuff on Saturdays, and they want to try to stop all the what's that word? Scalpers? Yeah, they want to stop the scalpers from just like flooding in, stealing all the rare stuff, and then reselling it for really high prices. So that's why they have their system that way. Yeah, so be careful if you're trying to go to Gundam base in Tokyo. You'll need a ticket on the weekends, so I went on a weekday. Also, they do a Face ID scan when you go in, and you can only make a purchase once in a day. So make sure you make up your mind before you leave. So this is my haul from Gundam base. Nothing especially rare. A lot of the unique Gundam base stuff is just clear print, which I'm not really into clear model kits, but I pretty much just got it for the occasion. This is basically just a souvenir for myself. And then these, I don't think are especially rare. I just got them because they were there and they were cheap. So I'm gonna maybe just stick these on my Leos or something. And part of my favorite thing I got from Gundam base is this shirt. It came from, what's the name of that store? The Strict G? Yeah, this is a clothing brand they have for Gundam. God damn, this shirt is beautiful. Oh my god, it's fantastic. Compared to all the secondhand shops, the Gundam base is definitely very big, very mall-like, very organized and clean. The coolest thing about it is it's got a ton of display cases to just show you what the models look like when they're put together. The problem with it is it just doesn't have a lot of variety. If you're looking for like SD Gundam, like BB Senshi stuff, they have like 2 or 3 aisles of really rare like SD kits for some reason. I guess the Japanese just really like their SD kits. But yeah, they have a lot of those. But when it comes to everything else that's non-SD, they tend to just have not a lot of variety. They just have some standard stuff, and then they have like 50 copies of something that's really normal, like the Strike Freedom Master Grade or something like that. So they have like so much shelf space just taken up by way too many copies of the same thing. and nobody was even grabbing those. So yeah, a bit of a waste of space. There is another special section, like just, yeah, make sure you check out all the sections. There's a special section where you have the unique prints for Gundam base. This is one of them. Yeah, they tend to be either clear prints or maybe special coatings, things like that. Yeah, so there's a roped off section that's just for those. I was trying to do some bounties, find some rare stuff for other people, like on my Discord, but yeah, no luck at Gundam base. Gundam base, I don't know, like it seems hard to grab stuff that's older. Maybe I know they reprint stuff and it's available in a limited time span, but they tend to get snatched up by the scalpers pretty quick. So yeah, this was just what I happened to like while I was there. If you really want some cool selection, I highly recommend you go to Akihabara instead of the Gundam base. Yeah, there's 50 jillion different stores in 50 jillion different buildings in 50 jillion different floors that just have incredibly rare stuff. I filmed the specialty shop that's next to the Akihabara train station. Yeah, I'll upload that as a separate video. It is freaking crazy in there. That's the one I highly recommend you go. If you're visiting Tokyo and you want Gundam merch, you go there, or Gundam model kits. They specialize in model kits, not a lot of other stuff, like shirts and stuff like that. But yeah, that store is incredibly special. Like, pretty much every P Bandai in existence can be found there. Every metal build, and a lot of the rare prints from Gundam base. Like, for instance, these two are also supposed to be Gundam base exclusives, but I imagine they probably got scalped and were sold secondhand to that Akihabara store. These are not for me, they're just bounties for somebody else in the Discord. So yeah, I found those at the specialty shop instead of at Gundam base. So yeah, you're gonna have a lot more luck outside of Gundam base for stuff. This one, these I did get for myself. Yeah, the Psycho Gym is from Build Fighters. Honestly, I can't even remember the fight scene it was in. Yeah, and then I actually like the Gundam Converge lines. I have the Mercurius in Bay 8, and this Heavy Arms was not very expensive, so I went ahead and snagged that just because it's easy to fit in the stuff. But yeah, that specialty shop was freaking insane. I highly recommend you go there instead. Yeah, they're a little hard to find, so yeah, the specialty shop is, yeah, take the south exit of the Akihabara station, and it's in this Namco building, and it's on the 7th floor. Like, there's only like elevator access to it. But yeah, I'll upload that footage of it separately. But yeah, I feel incredibly lucky that I got to visit Akihabara. Basically, I've been staying here for like a week, and it's been pretty magical here. You cannot believe the crazy stuff you could find here. A lot of Gunner statues and lots of other types of Gunner resources. Lots of cool food, like, as well. So yeah, I'm having a really nice time. But yeah, here's my Gundam haul. I do have model kits. It's just not my biggest hobby. Yeah, there are a ton of other shops in Akihabara as well. Yeah, there's also there's Tamashii Nations right next to the train station, also in Akihabara. Yeah, I took some pictures in there. Really clean, slick figures in there. There's the Kotobukiya shop. Yeah, they have a lot of really cool like stuff in there. Visit Kotobukiya. And there's lots of secondhand shops like Mandrake and Animate. They have so many figures, so many like there's a lot of acrylic stands now, mostly VTuber stuff. And then yeah, I can't remember the name of the shop, but there's one model store like on one of the higher floors where Like, they just have a shit ton of kits of just non-Gundam shows. Like, just a ton of really rare shows that you didn't even know, like, had model kits and stuff. Like, tons of 5-star stories and Brave shows and just a million jillion super robot things. And yeah, like lots of painting resources. There were books on, like, how to do makeup on figures of anime girls and stuff. Like, the resources are crazy. So yeah, if you're an anime fan, especially if you're a Gundam fan, come visit Akihabara. Yeah, that visiting here is going to be a lot more productive than going to the Tokyo Gundam base. I did not visit the other Gundam bases, so yeah, I don't know what they're like. Oh yeah, I saw the giant unicorn in front of the diver base. Yeah, it looked fantastic. The scale was very impressive. I'm still not convinced a pilot could sit inside of it comfortably, even at 1/1 scale. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of other moving parts in there. Yeah, it was really cool. Like, I mostly saw it in the gym form. I think it was slightly malfunctioning because it couldn't go all the way into the gym mode. So yeah, it was partially destroy, and then the schedule said it would transform at a certain time, so I walked out there at the certain time and it was already transformed. So I guess I was late. Yeah, I didn't want to stick around the Diver City Mall too much because, yeah, there was a billion people. But yeah, the statue was very cool. Gundam Base felt more like, almost like a tourist trap. Not exactly. It was very special to see, like, the gallery. It was more like a really cool model kit gallery than it is a model kit shop. Yeah, so it was just there to be present for the culture rather than, you know, being involved in the model kit culture. Yeah, it felt a little bit more like it was more for tourists or people who aren't super familiar with Gundam. But yeah, go to Akihabara, like, definitely over Gundam Base if you have to make a choice. So yeah, this was really cool. Alright guys, yeah, I'm kind of rambling now, but yeah, I'll go ahead and cut you loose. So yeah, hopefully I can manage to ship this out to the States safely, and hopefully I can get back home without having to swim. Alright, so, alright guys, thanks for checking this out. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time.